Welcome, my brother. You might be thinking to yourself, what the hell is this shirtless buffoon doing? Why is he stripped off and is standing without a shirt in a cold, dark forest on a winter's night? Well, to answer it very simply, I'm punishing myself because this recording was supposed to take place earlier in the day while it was still light outside, but like a little pussy, I procrastinated it. And why? I have absolutely no idea, because doing this is like second nature to me. Coming on camera and rambling, that's no hard task for me now. I lied though. I lied just a little bit. I said I don't know why. I do know why. It's because I gave into the vice of instant gratification and stimulation. You see, it's been a while since I touched my pee-pee. It's been quite some time since I fiddled with the old Frankfurter. And brother, my lust has been building, and it's been building for you. Now, cut that shit, bro. Editor guy, whoever's editing this, cut that. But anyway, yeah, I've been, my lust has been building, and today I didn't cave into it. Luckily, I didn't, find some random bimbo and plow her brains out. No. However, I have been, it's very shameful for me to admit, but I've been, scrolling through the old dating apps, having conversations. At first it started out as, let me find my future wife, because, I've filtered it so that I will only attract Christian girls. But, as the day progressed and my horniness grew, the intentions also began to change. And so this is another reason why I'm punishing myself with this shirtless tomfoolery, is because I've been a disgusting pig. I haven't actually done anything yet. I haven't even sent any sexual messages. But the thought, man, to have a lustful thought is, it's also sinful, just like performing a lustful action. And man, that wasn't even the topic of today's video, but I wanted to expose myself just a little bit, physically and, psychologically. But I was going to talk about something else today. Let me sit down, all right? Let me sit down. I don't even know what the camera's focusing on right now because it's dark. I can't see if you're looking at me, if you're looking at something else. But, okay, the topic of today's video was supposed to be about having a chip on your shoulder. What does this mean? If you're British, you probably know exactly what it means. But, I know quite a few of you boys aren't from the UK, so you might not understand what this expression means. Basically, having a chip on your shoulder is this attitude where you're going through life and you're like, I have to, you always have something to prove. You're puffing at your chest, you're like, oh, I'm going to prove the haters wrong. I'm going to prove them all wrong. Until you start to realise there's no one to prove wrong. Nobody actually cares about you. And, you don't really have anything to prove. The only person you have anything to prove to is to your future self. You can either prove to your future self that you're a man of your word and you say you're going to do something and you bloody do it, or that you're just an inconsequential cuck and all you do is just get bullied by the world, and whatever impulse you give in to immediately. And, today I've been both. I can't lie. Today's been a strange one because I started off with immense discipline. I started off with a very structured routine. I, started it very productively. I didn't have much sleep, I'll be honest. I was sleep deprived because the previous night I was sleep deprived. And so I overcompensated by having caffeine too late yesterday, which kept me sleep deprived again. Thankfully, I'm not going to repeat that cycle again tonight. But where was I going with this? Yeah, so I woke up sleep deprived, but I still went after it without any caffeine in my system. Had ticked off everything in the morning routine without any distractions. got to the gym, filmed the content I was supposed to, then had a sick leg session, then got home, got done what I needed to get done, entered another flow state, deep work task, an objective that I set for myself today. And the final objective of today was this video that I was supposed to do almost straight after that task. But what did I do? I procrastinated. My goodness, I'm so sorry. I went off on yet another tangent, and this is a mess. I'm sorry for anyone watching this. You're a legend if you're sticking around this far. Chip on your shoulder, having an attitude, wanting to prove them wrong. Who are they that you're proving wrong? Nobody actually knows. But the thing with having a chip on your shoulder is it can be a very powerful source of energy and motivation. For example, last week when I went on a road trip to Cambridge with work to do some sales in a different town, they started picking apart my plans for my coaching business. Like every single possible thing they could have spotted wrong, they did. And, some of it was helpful. Some of it was just pure market unsophistication, if you could say that. Some of it was pure arrogance. Some of it was helpful criticism. But, man, I went to sleep that night. I was freaking resentful. I was like, these bastards, I'm going to prove them all wrong. And I woke up with the chip on my shoulder energy, and I was like, yes, get after it. Let's prove these bastards wrong. Let's show them who's boss and what I can accomplish. And, I had a good day. I had a productive day before work, but at work, I did not succeed. I only got one sale all day, and this leads me to believe that chip on your shoulder energy can be very powerful for spurring you into action, but it makes you resentful, man. It doesn't make you feel that good, honestly. It can make you produce short, intense bursts of passionate work, but it fizzles out, and then by that point you're a bit exhausted, you're burnt out, and you're sort of just going through the motions and you're not producing good output. But even worse than that, you're carrying all of this negativity in you, and it's feeding into the rest of your day and the rest of your work. And I've noticed that, lately as well, because the last time I came on here and it was just me and you having a chat and I was in my car, that video did very well. I think it had the best viewer to engagement ratio on my YouTube channel so far. And, I got a very positive response. So if you're watching this, who watched that video, thank you, brother. I appreciate your kind words. But anyway, that video was fueled by chip on my shoulder energy, because just before that I had a little interaction with a friend of mine. Some things were said that made me feel a certain type of way, and obviously there's no resentment, no bitterness towards her or anything else associated with the situation, but I felt sort of hurt, like a little bit of a cuck, like a little bit of a simp, you could say. Not in that way, but I got on camera and I was like, yes, let's talk with passion about topic that I care about. And it worked very well, actually. It produced a good video that got a good response. So when you have this chip on your shoulder energy, use it in a short burst, but process the emotion, honestly. Just deal with it, move on, and go about your day with kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. Because honestly, after that video was done, I went to bed feeling like a bit of a top chook. That was a good video, well done me. But then I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I didn't feel good about I didn't feel good about the situation. I didn't feel very good about myself. I had negative thoughts, hurt feelings and whatnot. Because I didn't process it. I didn't take the time just to move on and accept it and whatever. And then the next day I woke up again. You know, this was just 2 days ago, so that was my first day with the sleep deprivation, and it was because I woke up with all of these emotions and I couldn't really get back to sleep very effectively. And so yeah, this led into me having quite an emotional day, I'll be honest with you. There were bursts of like intense sadness, and I know it's a bit, you know, oh, poor me. Nah, none of that, obviously not. You don't care I'm sad. I don't care that I'm sad. I'm not sad right now. I'm having quite a good time, if you couldn't tell. But man, chip on your shoulder energy can be very powerful, but it should be used very wisely, and you should never let it consume you, because it can lead to absolute destruction if you're not careful with it. And all that being said, I'm freezing my absolute nuts off, and the next time I come on here to have one of these little raw chats, it's going to be even more tapped than this. So I'm not going to tell you any more, but I think you should look forward to it, because I might be a bit more of a deranged lunatic then. Farewell, gentlemen. Have a good night.